Good morning, Ultimate Hustlers. It is that time for the Cortez Hustle Show. We're talking 12 ways to reduce your stress, especially as it looks like we might be getting ready to hit quarantine again, ladies and gentlemen. So you want to know how to reduce your stress. I'm also going to give you 5 T's that will help you for those of you who will stick around to the end of today's episode. So do me a favor as we rock out on this Wellness Wednesdays. Comment in the chat where you're from. Drop the name of your business and or your brand and smash that share button, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to go over some things that you can do to help relieve your stress. Stress and anxiety is literally killing people these days, and it can be avoided. So allow us to help you help yourself deal with stress. Hit that share button, ladies and gentlemen, and let's kick it. Yo, what's up, Ultimate Hustlers, and welcome to the Cortez Hustle Show, the business podcast for the entrepreneur of the 21st century. And I'm your host, Cortez Hustle. Our goal is to give you a behind-the-scenes look at how the world's greatest hustlers build amazing brands, scale their businesses to incredible heights, sell more, make more, and create mass movements that impact the world. It doesn't matter if you're a seasoned vet or you're sitting on the sidelines with aspirations to one day unleash your inner hustle. This show will provide the insights into how pure grit, determination, and hard work has morphed into some of the most iconic brands and personalities and how they are moving the culture forward. You'll get a mix of solo shows featuring yours truly, as well as interviews and content from other hustlers that I either know personally or I've learned from or whose grind I've come to know and respect. And you'll also get exclusive recordings from our membership called Monetize My Life Academy, which you can check out at monetizemylifeacademy.com. That's a program where we go live every month with some of the best hustlers on the planet, sharing best practices on how we all can explode our brands with advanced branding and marketing tactics, business development strategies, and financial game planning necessary to build the empires we all desire. Again, that's at monetizemylifeacademy.com. If you like today's episode, chances are the hustlers you're connected to will like it as well. Share it with those in your network. And when you do, use hashtag Cortez Hustle so I can see you and hopefully give you a shout out and share you in my stories. So check out today's episode and make sure you subscribe to the feed on your favorite podcasting networks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Cortez Hustle Show. I am, of course, your host, Cortez Hustle, also known as the one and only financial health mentor, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur, coming to you live and direct from the Extra Digit Movement Studios right here in St. Louis, Missouri. Guys, if you have not figured out by now that building wealth is a team sport, then let me be the first to tell you it is. So the question you have to ask is, who's in your starting lineup? We're looking for people to join us on this crusade to fight the war on poverty. And that's what the Extra Digit Movement is all about. Allow us to help you grow your income, your cash flow, and your net worth one extra digit at a time. If you'd like to learn more about this movement, text the keyword extra digit to 314-874-6887. Again, text keyword extra digit to 314-874-6887. We're talking stress, ladies and gentlemen, on this Wellness Wednesdays. How do you relieve your stress? That's a question for you who are watching us live. Tell me your favorite way to relieve stress. And we're going to give you 12 ways to reduce stress. And then if you stick around to the end of today's episode, there's 5 powerful T's that you should have in your cabinet if you deal with stress on a regular and consistent basis. Before we get started, you guys know I got a couple of announcements for you. And I got to say, man, shout out to the men. Right, the Financially Lit Fathers group is now over 300 and growing. Couldn't be prouder, man. Brothers are plugging in and they're taking advantage of the resources and learning what they need to learn. This is a men's only group, and our goal is to help men understand how to leverage the internet to make money more efficiently, how to save and manage that money more effectively, and how to grow and protect that money more aggressively. So we are building together, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm super excited about that. If you are a brother, man, a father, and you want to join that community, then I'm going to put the link in the show notes and in the comments. So check that out as well. And then for the month of August, ladies and gentlemen, you guys know I am a huge proponent of home-based business. And last month, my organization helped thousands of people start their own home-based business. And I want to personally help, coach, mentor, and work with 10 new families for the month of August. So which one of you guys are going to be the first? Cost $228 for starting a business in the financial education space. I'm going to teach you how to build a brand as a financial educator and make money, bringing economic empowerment to your community. That sounds like something that you want to be a part of. All you got to do is reach out to me. I love to get you the details on that. You can text me your name to 314-874-6887. Again, text your name to 314-874-6887, and I'll respond with the details on how you can get started. So these 12 ways to reduce stress are critically important, guys. If you don't know anything about how your body works, your body literally, all illnesses come from some form of stress, right? And even your physical illnesses are physical stressors in the body. And some of those physical stressors are caused by emotional stressors. And a lot of the stress has to do with money and relationships and those kind of things. So we're going to talk about reducing stress, but let me give you my quote of the day before we go any further. Today's quote of the day is from best-selling author Bianca Shante. She says, on your flight to higher heights, you're going to get a layover. So the people that aren't supposed to go with you can get off. They can't go to your final destination. So don't be mad, people. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to lose people in this journey called life. Some to no fault of your own. Others just simply because you're going somewhere that they are either not willing to go or they just don't want to go, and you've got to be okay with that. I read a Facebook meme about a year ago that says, meet people where they are and be okay with leaving them there. You cannot stop your train waiting on someone to get on when they may not want to go to the same place you want to go to in the first place. And here's the thing, guys. I know it can be difficult sometimes. Some of the people that we want to take with us to these new levels have been with us from day one. Some of these people, what's going on, Anitris? I see you on YouTube. Some of the people that we want to take with us on these amazing journeys as we are growing to new levels are people that were with us during our darkest times, our darkest moments, right? And you feel a little bit guilty about leaving them behind because they helped you through that divorce. They helped you out when you lost that job. They helped you through that bad breakup, right? They helped you when you were down and out. And now you're on your way to a new level. You feel guilty about leaving them behind. Ladies and gentlemen, simply leave the door open for them to always come with you, but do not stop your progress waiting on somebody to make up their mind as to whether or not they want to go to a new level. So that is the quote of the day right here on the Cortez Hustle Show. And that quote is brought to you by, again, Bianca Shante, best-selling author of All Things Positive. Check this out. Today's show was brought to you in part by Bianca Shante, wife, Air Force veteran, business owner, motivational speaker, and now #1 best-selling author of All Things Positive. This book is filled with hope and inspiration for anyone that needs a little push. If you are struggling in a relationship, with your mental health, with deciding on a business idea, or just want a new awesome book to read for your self-care day, this is the one. This book will help you to self-evaluate and even ignite a fire within. Grab yours today at IamBiancaShante.com. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Cortez Hustle Show. We're talking stress, right? What do you think? What is your favorite way of relieving stress. I'm going to give you 12 ways that you can reduce stress. And then if you stick around to the end of the episode today, I'm going to recommend 5 different teas that you should keep in your cupboards so that when you are having those stressful moments, you'll know what to do, and you can have something to sip on that can kind of help melt that stress away. Also, riddle me this. As this new Delta strain of COVID is out and about, do you guys think we're going back on quarantine? Let me know in the comments, man. Do you think that we may be quarantined again? Right? I don't know. A lot of businesses are fighting. A lot of communities, municipalities. There's actually a little bit of beef between the city of St. Louis County, and the actual state of Missouri. So I'm kind of monitoring that, but nobody wants to go on a shutdown again. But if you do, what are you going to do to relieve your stress? Anitra says, yoga and meditation are my favorite ways to de-stress, right? Vivian says, laughter relieves my stress. I love it, love it, love it. Whether you work from home or recovering from an illness or surgery or any other reason, if you are stuck at home, you may find yourself feeling stressed and depressed, right? Check this out. How do you relieve your stress? Number 1, get some exercise, people. Those who exercise regularly are less likely to experience anxiety than those who don't. Exercise releases feel-good endorphins, enhances your sleep quality, and can help increase your confidence. If you guys didn't check out our show on the 10 ways exercise can help you become a better entrepreneur, I'll link to that in the show notes, because that was a powerful, very powerful episode that we did on that. Number 2, light a scented candle. Certain scents can help reduce feelings of stress and anxiety. Lavender, sandalwood, I don't know if this is ylang, Y-L-A-N-G, ylang, and geranium have all been shown to offer these benefits, right? Light a scented candle. It's funny that aromatherapy is a thing, and I was like, man, is that? I had no clue, and I had somebody really break down to me the power of aromatherapy and how the sensors in your nose relate to some of these endorphins being released. And I'm like, man, that is deep stuff, and this is why you got to be careful when you put yourself in certain environments. Did you guys know that big corporations study this stuff like nobody's business? There's a reason that colors, sounds, and certain music and certain smells are in your favorite stores, right? Because they know it relaxes you and it makes you want to part with your money a lot easier. Number 3, right? Cut your caffeine intake, right? And I'm missing my caffeine this morning. I didn't have my coffee this morning. Caffeine is a stimulant found in coffee, tea, and energy drinks. It can also cause anxiety in high doses. If you experience symptoms such as jitterness or anxiety, consider cutting back on your intake, right? My wife teases me all the time that I'm not a real coffee drinker. And I'm not. I just started drinking coffee this year. And I really, I have a cup in the morning, and that's about it. I don't buy coffee out and about. I rarely, if ever, do that. I'm not a Starbucks guy, but I do have me a little coffee machine that they got me for my birthday last year. So I make me a cup almost every morning. But apparently, if you're drinking too much caffeine, it could cause some anxiety in you. So you got to be careful with that. Number 4, this is odd, but I guess it could work. Number 4 says chew some gum. When you chew gum, you will experience greater blood flow to your brain.
Doing this can cause brain waves to occur that are similar to those experienced by relaxed people. Come on. Any of you guys ever heard that one before? Chewing gum relieves stress. Huh. Interesting. But if you think about it, chewing gum is a movement of the mouth, movement of muscles, just like any other exercise. You're exercising your jaw. And when you exercise, you create greater blood flow. So I guess that makes sense, right? Here's a big one. Number 5, spend more time with family and friends. Your family and friends can offer you support in times of need, so it's important that you can keep them close to you. Research has found that spending time with friends can help release oxytocin, which helps to relieve stress. Call them on the phone or video chat regularly, right? Anisha says, no, sir, gum is not good for the digestive system. Right. And it may not be good for the digestive system, but could it relieve stress, right? There's some things that are not necessarily good for you, but they can serve a purpose. Some things that are bad for you also serve somewhat of a positive purpose, right? But here's where you got to be careful, because we all got those friends that we can spend time with. I love a good hug from my wife. I literally feel the oxytocin going throughout my body when I get a good 30-second hug from my wife. But we also have those friends that are the cause of our anxiety, right? Yeah, Anisha, I hate that. She says most gums have aspartame. I hate. You cannot get gum today with real sugar in it. They're all sweetened with aspartame, and that's why I don't chew gum. It's bananas, man. That's one of those things. I absolutely hate that. Yeah, and that's why you can't do the diet drinks, because they are sweetened with aspartame as well, and it is absolutely not good for you. It's a neurotoxin. So I hate that you can't just, and your breath mints the same way. Most of your breath mints are made with aspartame, sweetened with aspartame, and your chewing gums are traditionally sweetened with aspartame too. And you're right, that is definitely not good. But when it comes to spending time with friends and family, you know the ones that you can spend time with that help to relieve stress. Just do not constantly put yourself in the space where those that have the negative energy, they're always gossiping, they're always backbiting, they're always got something negative to say. You come and share your dreams and they want to shoot your dreams down. You got to be careful in those certain situations and circumstances. But nevertheless, being around the right people can be a good stress reliever. And if we go back to quarantine, it might be a good idea for you to start writing down a list of people that would be good for you to call once a day, where you can have a nice calming conversation and get that support that you need over the phone. I would certainly recommend that you do that, especially if you don't live in the house with your loved ones, where y'all can really help one another. But again, when it comes to quarantine, you might want to separate from your loved ones when you're stuck. Even those that you live with, you want to get out and get some separation from them. Really quickly, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for a 1-minute motivation. 1-minute motivation is where we play a short motivational video, and I ask you to comment your biggest takeaway. I'll give you a couple of my biggest takeaways. This one is a good one, y'all. Listen closely as we get into 1-minute motivation right here on the Cortez Hustle Show.
See, a lot of people always talk about one day it's going to happen. One day I'm going to do this. One day I'm going to do that. So that's my question for you right now. Is it one day or day one? You're going to follow one line or the other. Is it one day or day one? Here's the truth. The doers do and the dreamers dream. Hear me clearly. The doers do and the dreamers dream. So the question is, are you a doer or a dreamer?
You've got to put some action behind your words. Your wins aren't always going to be big. In most instances, they come in small increments. Just like our days come in 24-hour increments, your wins will come in increments. We all have the same amount of time. We all get 24 hours in one day. Some people invest their time and some people waste their time.
Don't stop, my friend. You see, we all start out as dreamers. There's nothing wrong with being a dreamer. We all start out as dreamers. But one day, you must start to pursue. So if it's going to happen for you one day, why can't today be day one? My daddy would tell me every day, go get it, son, go get it. Go get it, son, go get it. And I had to make a decision to stop dreaming and start pursuing.
Woo-wee. What y'all know about that? One day or day one? What have you been putting off that you've been telling yourself for years that you want to do, but you're still putting it off, right? Doers do and dreamers dream. It's okay to start out with a dream. That's where most visions happen. But at some point, you got to start taking the first few initial steps to bringing that dream into reality. Put some action behind your words and learn how to appreciate the incremental steps and successes and the small wins. One of the things Vivian said, that was one of hers too, put that action less putting off. Yeah, one of the things that we have really gotten good at, and that is despising humble beginnings. It seems to me as today, as we continue in what's called this microwave generation, everybody wants to blow up overnight. Nobody wants to take their time and grow incrementally and to become first. Then they can do, and then they can have, right? Jerome is famous for saying, how do you earn above average income? By becoming an above average person. And that happens over time, reading one page at a time, listening to one podcast at a time, taking one step at a time. Your successes and your wins will happen incrementally. And it's okay. That's exactly how it's supposed to happen. But we got to know how to celebrate and appreciate those wins. What about this one? Are you investing time or are you wasting time? Right? And really, everything that you do is an investment of your time. The question is, do you like the return on that investment? Because every investment brings back a return. When you invest your time, it's going to bring back a return. The question is it bringing back a negative return or a positive return? But it's all going to bring back a return, right? You're sitting back and you're watching negative stuff on TV or listening to or reading things that are not so good, consuming things, conversations that are going nowhere. That's an investment of your time, right? And what is the return you're going to get from that investment is the question. Is it positive or is it negative, right? When will you start pursuing, right? That is the question. When, my friend, will you start pursuing that thing that's going to get you to the next level? When are you going to start actually doing, right? Even if doing goes from taking a thought from here and putting it on paper. Boom. Okay, I got the thought out of here. I got to put it on paper. I got it mapped out. This is what I'm going to do. Then at some point, you got to take it from paper and you got to start actually doing the things that you wrote down. When are you going to start pursuing? When are you going to start doing? When are you going to start putting into motion the actions and the habits that's going to be required of you to get yourself, your family, your business, your career, your relationship, whatever most of us know the things that we need to do to get to the next level. we're just not doing them, or we're not doing enough of them consistently enough to see the rewards of our efforts. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is 1 minute motivation right here on the Cortez Hustle Show, brought to you by the Extra Digit Movement. We are looking for people to join us in this fight on the war on poverty. Ladies and gentlemen, the number one weapon that you could use against this war on poverty is a home-based business. If you're trying to build wealth from scratch, 3 things must go down and 3 things must go up. You've got to get your taxes down, your debt down, and your expenses if you want to build wealth. You've got to get your credit score up. You've got to get your cash flow up, and you got to get your assets up if you're trying to build wealth that you're going to be able to pass down from one generation to the next. And we want to help you do that, ladies and gentlemen. It's not a free program. It does require a small investment, but I promise you, if you want to build a strong 4-figure monthly residual income in the next 90 days or so, then this is the program for you. Text your name to 314-874-6887. I'll reply with some short video clips that you can watch and get an understanding of what it is that we do. And if you want to go further, we'll hop on the phone and have a conversation to see if we are a good fit to work together. So we're talking 12 ways to reduce stress when you're stuck at the house. We don't know if this quarantine thing is coming back, but you see some of the airlines are being delayed. You see a lot of people seem like they're getting sick again because of this Delta variant as it relates to COVID. Will the country shut down and come to a screeching halt yet again? I don't know. If it does, how are you going to manage your stress? Let me recap what we've done so far. Number 1 is get some exercise. Right? Exercise is a great way to relieve stress, and it releases endorphins in your body. Number 2, light a scented candle. Aromatherapy is a real thing, people. Certain smells have the tendency to relax you. Number 3, your caffeine intake. Cut it. If you are anxious, if you are stressed out, drinking a cup of coffee will not help, right? Number 4, chew some gum. Number 5, spend more time with family. Number 6, laugh. Spend some time out of your day to laugh. Can go a long way to relieving stress. It helps to relieve tension by relaxing your muscles, and can also strengthen your immune system and uplift your mood, right? Laugh, people. You got to get a laugh, and don't be afraid to laugh at yourself sometimes. Sometimes we do some things that just or that trip us out, right? So laugh. I keep some Kevin Hart on deck. My wife loves Kevin Hart, so do I. And his stuff is just funny to me. So that's one of the things that I do to laugh. I'm a big fan of the show King of Queens. We've seen every episode probably 4 or 5 times, but we just keep watching every night. That's kind of my wife and I, that's our thing, right? That's how we laugh, right? Number 7. This is a big one. Learn when you should say no. Some of the things that's causing stress in our lives are as a result of us jumping into things that we should have said no to. Often you will find yourself stressed because you've taken on too many responsibilities. Sometimes it's better to be more selective about what you agree to do. It's called protecting your peace, people. Learn to say no, and remember, no is a complete sentence. If you say no and you follow that no with an explanation, by default, what you're saying to the other person is that this is up for negotiation. I want you to hear that. If you say no and you follow no with a reason as to why you're saying no, what you're saying to that other person is, this is up for debate. This is time to negotiate. This is, I'm giving you this objection so that you can overcome it. Nah, man, no is a complete sentence. Bro, can you help me clean out my garage? Nope. Watch this. If you say, bro, can you help me clean out my garage? And I say, no, I don't have anybody to watch my dog. What is the other person going to say? Oh, man, don't worry about that. I'll send my kids over. They'll watch your dog and you can come help me. Now we're negotiating. No is a complete sentence. Just no, right? Number 8, avoid procrastination, right? If you put off doing important tasks, you could find yourself getting stressed and having a scramble to complete the task before the deadline. Instead of trying to multitask, make a list of your tasks and do them in order of importance. You'll reduce your stress and enjoy greater productivity. Man, Brian Tracy has a great book on time management called Eat That Frog. And this is what I try to do in my day-to-day business life is, he says, eat the frog means you take your biggest tasks and you do them first. If they're going to take the most time, if they're the most intense, you do them first. And as you're doing those bigger tasks, you'll find that a lot of the smaller tasks get done along the way. But if you do the smaller tasks first, your day will be eaten up with those things. And by the time you get to the end of the day and you got the big task left, you're out of gas, right? So Eat That Frog is all about doing the big task first and then letting the little tasks fall where they may. Avoid procrastination. That's another big way of reducing stress in your life. And I know some of you guys are like me. You work a little bit better under pressure, right? When you get closer to your deadline, you focus in and you get things done. But you don't want to constantly add that level of stress. Number 9, practice mindfulness. What the heck is mindfulness? Whether you take a yoga class, this is what Anitris was talking about, whether you take a yoga class or try self-meditation, if you practice mindfulness and focus on the present rather than the past or future, you'll see a reduction in anxiety, right? Be in the moment at some point, y'all, right? Practice mindfulness. Number 10. This is another one of my favorites, man. Listen to relaxing music. Certain types of music can lower your blood pressure and heart rate and may help to reduce stress hormones too. Slow-paced instrumental music works well, but classical, Celtic, Native American, and Indian music can also be quite soothing. What is your favorite track when you need to relax? What is your go-to track when you want to just kind of mellow out, right? I'll tell you some of my favorite hip hop songs when I go to the instrumental only. Lil Wayne has this song called Go Getter. And when I take and I listen to just the instrumental, man, it's like it really does it for me, right? I also like Eminem's Lose Yourself. When I listen to that instrumental, right? I just like that song overall. That's probably one of my favorite hip hop songs of all time. Lose Yourself is a dope track. But when I listen to the instrumental, that helps as well. Where are we at? Vivian, number 10, practice deep breathing. Practice deep breathing. The aim of deep breathing is to slow your breathing and make it deeper. This process will bring more oxygen to your body's cells, relax your muscles, slow your heart rate, and leave you feeling more peaceful and relaxed, right? I heard a neuroscientist talk about the power in these deep breaths, because he says when you take the deep breath, right? It gets you out of the flight or fight mode, right? See, when you're anxious and when you're fearful, your blood rushes to your muscles and it leaves, and the oxygen rushes to your muscles and it leaves your frontal cortex. When it goes to your muscles, it's preparing you to either run or to fight because you're thinking that's what is needed. But some of the situations that we get in that stress us out does not require us to fight or run. But our body only knows how to respond in that way. So when you take your deep breaths, that brings the oxygen back to your frontal cortex. And now you can think clearly. Releases anxiety. This is why you will see athletes, if they are on the free throw line about to take a game-winning free throw, they take the deep breaths, right? This is why you see this throughout our lives, and we never know. This is why the whole phrase "calm down" comes from, right? Because calming down allows you to remove the excess oxygen from your muscles and get it back to your frontal cortex so that you can now start to think and be more responsive and be more acute in how you determine your next steps, right? So number 9 is practice deep breathing. Number 10, spend time with your pets if you have them, right? When you interact with a pet, your body releases oxytocin the same way like when I get a good 30-second hug from my wife, the oxytocin flows throughout my blood system, a chemical that uplifts your mood. Plus, having a pet will give you a purpose, help to keep you active, and provide you with companionship, which all can reduce stress. Dang it. Hopefully my wife is not listening because she's been trying to get another dog. And I'm like, no, baby, I don't want another dog. But this all makes good sense. It helps you to relieve stress. And either my count is off or they gave me 10 instead of 12. Nevertheless, that's how you can reduce stress, ladies and gentlemen. There's 5 teas that you could drink that could help you with your stress reduction as well. I'm going to give you those also, but on the other side of this break. I've been screaming about the extra digit movement all week and all last month. We literally helped thousands of people start their own home-based business. Now they can lower their taxes, get out of debt, start investing. Let you hear from my personal coach and mentor on what the extra digit movement can do for you. Check it out.
Here's a question for you. Why are you letting another multi-billion-dollar industry and multi-million-dollar partnership pass you by? Think about it. You may have missed the dot-com era. You may have missed the age of the computer. You may have missed technology. But why are you going to miss another opportunity when you can get a small percentage of a billion-dollar pie and change your family's legacy? One thing I know for sure, opportunities are not missed. They're just passed to the next prepared person. My name is Brian M. Bean, founder of the Extra Digit Movement, and one of my business partners gave you this video for one reason. We're about to take the real estate industry and the financial industry by storm, period. Think about it. Everybody ultimately needs a place to stay. Now, I didn't buy this land and these 20 acres with our new partnership that we have with Making Wealth Real Financial. I was very, very blessed to turn $228 into $228,000 in just 8 short months. Making Wealth Real Financial did give me the 750 and above credit score. Making Wealth Real Financial did give me the cash to put in my pocket and close this deal and build my dream home on, guess what? 20 acres. Did I mention to you that we have credit restoration specialists? Did I mention to you that we have enrolled agents with the IRS to help you lower your taxes? Did I mention that we have debt elimination specialists as well? Did I mention that we have negotiators who will help you shred your bills and create positive cash flow? Imagine living the life of your dreams, fishing when you want to fish, building a house that you own. Imagine having business partners who care enough about you to share with you the power of our new multi-million-dollar real estate venture. And guess what? You don't have to be a sophisticated investor. You don't have to be an accredited investor. You don't have to be a real estate specialist. You don't have to be a real estate broker or agent to take advantage of our real estate joint venture partnership. Guess what? The average person now can buy, sell, flip, and invest in real estate without the risk and without the headaches, because we have experts who do all the work. So whether you're ready to invest in real estate or not, take advantage of this opportunity in this short video by getting back with the person who introduced you and just say or text keyword soft intro. That lets us know that you're ready for a deeper dive into the next step to make wealth real for you and your family. Get back with the person who introduced you to the video, and I'll see you guys on step 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are not playing any games. We are literally fighting a war on poverty, one family at a time. If you know you are not satisfied where you are financially, if you know that you are not in position to leave an inheritance for your children and you want to, guys, it's all about getting the right information. It's all about getting around the right team. And when I tell you that the Extra Digit Movement is the right team, when I tell you that MWR Financial has the right information for you to build generational wealth, I am not playing, ladies and gentlemen. This is how I've been feeding my family for the last 2 years, and I'm looking to add 10 new families to our team and help you on the path to building generational wealth. All right. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We talked about 10 ways. I said 12, but we went over 10 ways to reduce stress. But there are some actual things that you can do in terms of teas that you can drink to also keep you calm, reduce your stress level. Stress is called the silent killer for a reason. From panic attacks to trouble sleeping, a dose of stress can do a number on your health. Yet most of us are so used to managing some stress in our day-to-day lives that we tend to ignore the issues until it's too late. The good news, for those willing to make a few basic changes, tackling stress can be as simple as updating your nighttime routine. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be looking at some of the relaxing teas you can use to unwind and to end a stressful day. Not only do these teas promote relaxation, but they may help the 30% of people who suffer from chronic sleeplessness and insomnia too. So I'm sure Miss Vivian and Miss Anitris already know these, but I'm going to give it to the rest of y'all as well. Number 1 on the list, chamomile tea. Probably the best known choice for relaxation, chamomile tea is an ancient remedy for inflammation, anxiety, and insomnia. Some experts say that the effects of chamomile are similar to that of a mild tranquilizer. Chamomile is packed full of a substance called apigenin, which helps to decrease anxiety and initiate sleep. Studies have found that drinking around 400 milligrams of chamomile extract a day can improve your sleep quality. Further research has also gone on to show that postpartum women suffering from poor sleep quality were soothed with chamomile tea. While not everyone will respond well to chamomile, the gentle taste and relaxing aroma are a great place to start if you are suffering from stress. Number 1 on the list is chamomile tea. And this should be part of a nighttime routine, it looks like, because these teas also help you sleep better. Number 2, valerian tea. The valerian herb is another substance that has appeared throughout the centuries as a cure for nervousness and insomnia. The product was found used in England during World War II as a way to relieve stress caused by air raids. Valerian is one of the most popular sleep aids in the world today, and it's available in both liquid and capsule form as well as a tea. Researchers believe that valerian root may improve GABA levels in your body, which can improve sleeplessness and reduce anxiety. Studies into this root for insomnia indicate that it can reduce the amount of time it takes for a person to fall asleep at night and improve the quality of their sleep too. So valerian root is number 2, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if I've ever had any valerian root tea. We got chamomile on deck. My wife is big on the chamomile. Number 3, this isn't surprising because we hear a lot about this particular tea, as well as the fragrance and everything else. A lot of the big producers of laundry soaps and things of that nature are starting to use this more and more. And number 3 is lavender. There are a few things more relaxing than the smell of lavender. This sweet and soothing herb is championed for its ability to reduce stress and improve sleep quality. The substance is available in a tea form as a way of encouraging relaxation and stronger sleep patterns. According to one study, women who drank and enjoyed the aroma of lavender tea for 2 weeks had less fatigue than their counterparts. Other studies indicate that reductions in heart rate and heart rate variability were evident in women who inhaled the scent of lavender for 12 weeks, twice per week. So we know lavender is good. Try sweetening this tea with a little honey for a unique sleeping experience. How many of you guys experience lavender tea? We've got almost everything that we have in terms of our detergents and all that kind of stuff has lavender in it. My wife has lavender candles, but I don't know if I've ever had lavender tea. I don't know if I've ever had. Maybe I have. I don't know. Number 4 on the list, lemon balm. Lemon balm is an herb that actually comes from the mint family. Commonly used in aromatherapy, lemon balm is great for reducing stress and improving relaxation. Evidence suggests that lemon balm could be effective at increasing GABA levels, which improve sleeplessness. Further studies show up to 42% reduction in symptoms of insomnia after patients took a lemon balm extract for 15 days. Dope. The warm and refreshing lemon balm tea could be an incredible benefit to your nighttime routine, and the flavor will likely appeal to plenty of people as well. Lemon balm, I know for a fact I ain't had no lemon balm tea, but sounds like I need to get some around here to reduce the stress. And last on the list, ladies and gentlemen, you guys ever heard of this one? Passion flower. Made from the dried stems, flowers, and leaves of the passion flora plant, passion flower tea is a traditional solution to fixing feeling of anxiety and insomnia. Studies indicate that this substance may be suitable for improving sleep quality and insomnia. A study of 40 adults found that those drinking passion flower tea for 1 week reported a significantly better quality of sleep than their counterparts. Further studies show, 1 second, y'all, because I closed out my browser. There we go. All right, further studies have shown that a combination of passion flower and other relaxing substances like valerian root can be excellent for treating insomnia. So get yourself some good sleep and relieve stress with these 5 different teas. If you guys would like these downloads, then you can find them inside of the Wealth Creation Playbook group in the files section. I'll put them in there after today's show. If you are a fella, then they will be in the Financially Lit Fathers community group as well. So keep in mind, guys, stress is one of those things that will sneak up on you and take you out of here if you are not careful. So implement some of these strategies, put them in part of your morning or evening routine to help you relieve yourself of stress. So this is the Cortez Hustle Show. This is Wellness Wednesday. Do me a huge favor, guys. If you have a favorite natural health practitioner that you love to follow, tag them in today's post. I would love to interview some natural health practitioners for our Wellness Wednesdays, and bring to you guys some people who are experts in this field that can help you get your mind, body, and spirit right all at the same time. I'm going to help you get your money and your business right, but I would love to connect with some professionals in the space that can help you get your mind, body, and spirit right with natural remedies, of course. So that is today's show. Until I talk to you guys next time, I want you to get your money up, because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, you deserve to do it, each and every single one of you. Now hustle up. But you've got to overcome fear if you're going to win.
You're tuned into the Cortez Hustle Show. Please like and subscribe.